Hello and welcome to Prudent News. Now look at the headlines. Parsekar's budget plan may meet 50% fate again. Mining revenue misses targets, tax growth stagnates, budget less 1,300 crores. Borrowings grow double the revenues, it's budget Panchanama. Vishwajit Rane warns Congress of quitting party if Congress aligns with Vijay. Reacts sharply to Vijay's fixing with ruling remark. Rohan backs Vijay, Naresh Babush cautious. Sattari's Hivre starves for drinking water 50 years post-independence. Water tankers quench thirst. Please fall on deaf ears. Villagers demand at least a tank, if not tap. Prudent reports. High Court rejects Goa Dairy's plea against Sumul's entry in Goa. Court upholds government's contentious. Sumul will benefit Goan dairy farmers. And Goans commemorate Palm Sunday last Sunday before Easter. Blessing of palms held at various places across the state. Now the news in details. Parsekar government's new budget plan is sure to meet the 50% fate despite borrowings to the tune of 1,500 odd crores. Almost half of the plan may not see the light of the day. The mining revenues are missing the targets. Tax revenues too are stagnated at an inflationary growth. 14,700 crore budget is already cut by 1,259 crores worth budget deficit. Annual borrowings grow double the revenues. Last fiscal government used 1,067 crores worth RBI overdrafts to clear the salary bills. Watch budget Panchanama.
It's Prudent's budget Panchanama once again. Considering the past records, Prudent's estimates seem much more accurate than budgeted ones. Government's budget gets exposed by end of every fiscal year. This time, with economic survey and the action taken report 2 is missing. There are overestimates in budget too. Chief Minister has presented a budget of 14,700 but actually short by 1,259 crore worth budget deficit. Almost 10% of the budget has been dropped at the stage of presenting. Government's revenue estimates almost fall short by 1,000 crore to the overestimated targets. 2011-12 target was 5,061 crore, revenue 4,788. 2012-13 6,133 target, 4,758 revenue. 2013-14 6,108 revenue 5,553. 2014-15 7,058 revenue 6,606. 2015-16 8,737 revenue 7,600 and 2016-17 target is 9,361 revenue 8,300. Government spends almost 60 crores a month on its populistic schemes. On the other side, it has drawn overdraft from the Reserve Bank to pay the salary bills in past fiscal. For the first time in the history of Goa, government has drawn a overdraft worth 1,069 crores. This figure never ever matched even 100 crores a year. Government's mining royalty revenue figures are far from matching since last 3 years. Now have a look at the plan and debt figure. Look at the plan. Since the closure of mining past 4 years, government proposes plans worth 3,000 crore rupees, but hardly enforces worth 1,200 to 1,500 crore rupees. Borrowings too cross 1,500 crore mark. Goa definitely cannot borrow to the tune of 3,000 crores, leaving almost 50% plan redundant. Government's revenue rise by mere 800 crores per year. Borrowings grow annually almost 1,500 crores, almost double the revenue. By March 2017, loans and public accounts debt will touch a 18,000 crore mark. Debt burden of 1.25 lakhs on each Goy card. Have a look at the GDP figures. Mining ban, reduction in foreign tourist flow, Goa's cooperative banks too struggling with the NPA crisis, but the 35,000 crore GDP from 2011-12 will touch a 70,000 crore mark. That's what the government says. While the CSO's new GDP methodology is yet to pass the credibility test, Goa government claims these figures to justify its huge borrowings. 70,000 crore GDP, that means each Goan earns 4,66,000. Is it true? Despite being aware of the ground situation, government comes out with overestimated budgets. Borrowing growth double the revenue of 750 crores a month, with almost 500 crores being spent on salaries, pensions, allowances, gratuity, grants and loans. 100 crore additional with raised petroleum VAT is a peanut. Mining is yet to resume. Lease renewals and ore auction combined has fetched almost 800 crores annually in last 2 to 3 fiscals. Moreover, 7th pay commission is knocking the doors. Bureau Report, Prudent.
Valpoi MLA Vishwajit Rane has threatened to quit Congress if Congress aligns with Vijay Sardesai. Vishwajit has warned the party. Vijay has accused some MLAs of united opposition of having fixing with the ruling government. To this, Vishwajit reacted, saying Vijay is immature and the Congress leadership should not entertain such elements. While Rohan too speaks Vijay's tunes, Naresh Sawal and Babush Mosarat are cautious on their stand.
I can say I am disappointed with the session. खंयतरी setting जाता आणि हे setting जाता तेन्ना म्हाका जाल्यार दिसता I am not comfortable, associating with those people who do setting with the BJP.
Vishwajit Rane is furious with this remark. He sharply reacted, saying he would quit the Congress if party aligns with immature elements like Vijay.
But अशे जेन्ना कोणी आरोप करता आणि खोटी आरोप करता आमी ते it is not acceptable to us. And most importantly, it talks about how a man is immature. If a man cannot function in a group of 6 and wants to become the hero for the day every day and become the picture of the day every day, that's not acceptable to me. Opposition leader of Goa doesn't require Vijay Sardesai's education. He's been an MLA for the last 45 years. आणि मुख्य म्हणजे कितें आसा, हे बी टीम कोण आहा बीजेपीचे हे स्पष्ट आयज जाले by breaking opposition unity. So the man who has broken opposition unity and cast aspirations on the other colleagues himself is a B team according to me of the BJP. हांव स्पष्ट सांगता की काँग्रेस पक्षान यांच्या वांगडा कसले टायप करप ना, पुरो जाले यांचे.
आणि केले जाल्यार तुम्ही कितें करतले?
माझी वाट आहे ओपन, हांव जायते वाटेन वचूं शकता.
Naresh Sawal and Babush reacted cautiously, saying the ones feeling guilt would react.
Assembly पुरते आम्ही एकठांय आयले. हे जे असले पळय ते फुडें इलेक्शना पर्यंत वतले हाजेर कोणाचे भाष्य नासले, कोण उलोवंक नासलो. हांव रोहन आणि विजय हे आम्ही वी आर स्टील टुगेदर आणि आम्ही एकठांय आसतले. आता सध्या आतापर्यंत एकठांय आसा. तेंचे विजयन जो कमेंट मारलो तो कोणाक मारलो अपार्ट फ्रॉम अस, आमच्या व्यतिरिक्त जे बाकीचे कोण मारले तांकां तेंच्यांनी पळोवचें.
As far as Vijay is concerned, he has not mentioned anyone's name. So I believe whoever feels that they have done some flow management with the BJP, it is basically it is a hint at them. So that is those fellows who had conspired to do this thing. So it is it would basically it is directed to them, and those are the people who should basically look at their conscience and look.
However, Porvorim MLA Rohan echoed Vijay's tunes.
पहिला दीस गेलो करो बरो गेलो, everybody was together. But म्हाका दिसता everybody on the second day onwards became an individual taste. Joint questions put were not asked. On the floor assembly, a lot of unwanted time was taken by few members from the opposition. And I think BJP has done a good floor management, maybe with some opposition members also. आमी उठ्ठालेच प्रश्न विचारप, आमी रुलिंगाचो बोवाळ सुरू जातालो. पण certain members were allowed to talk free. So that itself gives a conclusion of what was happening in the house. I need to discuss this with Vijay in person. कि exactly कितें जाला कितें गेला ते ताजे for his view.
A week back, Congress and independent MLAs had joined hands as united opposition to corner government in assembly. But with some of the leading congressmen's poor show in the assembly, coupled with Vijay's remarks, the Gadbandhan seems to have lost its track again. Bureau Report, Prudent.
It's almost 50 years now that Goa is liberated, but till today there are several areas in the state starving for water. Hivre from Satari is one of these. Residents here survive on tanker water supply. They tried all their stunts to get public tap connectivity in the village, but the calls fall to deaf ears. While the government continues to boast about 100% power and water supply across the state, Hivre has exposed it. A special report.
During monsoon, many tourists flock to waterfall in this village. But in summer, the village gets an abandoned look. This remote village is situated in a hilly region. Authorities say, being at the top of the hill, pumping water is a difficulty. There is a sole well in this village. Government has installed a water pump for this well. However, it serves hardly 3 to 4 households.
बायचे 10 मिनटां आणि वयर चढाना ते इतक्या भोवतीच ह्या 5-6 घरांकूच मेळटा आतां कांयच ना दिसभर वाट बघीत रावंक जाय तेज्यात
सोडले न्हू उदक जाल्यार ते काय आता आमकां वयर चढाना.
PWD tanker pumps the water to the tank in the village. However, water doesn't reach to remote tail and areas like Themwada. Villagers are forced to fetch water using their kitchen utensils. One will find such barrels filled with water outside houses across the village, but it hardly meets the water needs.
टँकर येता
सारको एक दीस येता एक दीस ना असो डेली ना सगळ्यांची हालत जाता त्या उदकाक लागून.
ही बेल्ला दोली बेल्ला भरून गेले आता केन्ना येयली फाल्यां बी तेन्ना म्हणजे आमकां पाणी ना.
टँकर येयलो म्हणून कितें सगळीं घरान नासता ना उदक मेळचें ना मागीर टँकर ना जाल्यार
आमकां पिवपाक उदक भुरग्याक आमच्या न्हांवंक घालतले पाणी ना आनी कितें ना म्हणजे आमचे प्रत्येक जनावर सुद्दां आमचे पाणी पिवंक घालतले जाल्यार घरा कडेन पाणी ना मेळना.
ते उदक बरो मारून आमी पाणी हाडटा न्हावपाक बी नसले नासल्यार ते हाडटा आमी केन्ना वचोन सामके भितर कचरो तसले आमी पाणी पियाता भुरगे आमी ते.
Hivre residents face it almost every day.
मेन म्हणजे पाणी न्हू एक वेळ एक माय तो कोणी उपाशी रावताले भुरग्याक कोण गेले हाडून घालूंक शकता पाणी हाडून दिताले कोण ना न्हू.
Female residents of this village recently marched on to the PWD office demanding new tank on the hillock. Officer has assured to construct the tank in months' time. But as of now, there is no tank, no water.
आणि परतून येयले आमी थंय काम आमचे हाडले सरी हांगा ह्या केल्या शिवाय आमी येवची ना परतून थंयसून आमचें काम हांगा करूंकच जाय.
In this situation, there is no way out to water the plants and animals.
उदक मगे येना ना न्हू उदक वयर पावना ना सोडटा तो पण थंयसून सकयल हें जाता न्हू मदीं ना पावून खावचोच पडला न्हू आमकां.
Locals are now tired with the fake assurance and promises. They are even ready to compromise for another tank rather than water connection.
रानू आणू थोड्या ती पुढच्या वर्षी आज बांधतो फाल्यां बांधतो आज बांधतो फाल्यां बांधतो करून करून ताकी बी ना आनी काय ना आमकां हांगा व्हडली ताकी जाय बेत्यान बांदपाक व्हडली आमकां हांगा ताकी जाय.
This village in Western Ghats is crying for water. Last 5 decades, MLA, Chief Minister, Opposition Leader, Speaker Pratap Singh Rane happens to be the representative of this village. However, his government too failed to meet the basic need of the village. There are still several such more villages in Sattari. Hivre is just one among them. With Vishwanath Nene, Devendra Gaukar for Prudent.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.